Excuse me. Nothing up around here.
Change will take you. Soon you will be one of us.
So hungry.
What? Who are you?
I am the one who will stop this sickness.
You are weak and impure. You cannot stop the mother or her people. Die now!
Longsword!
Okay. Don't mind me, just setting myself on fire.
They're not human. They're changing us.
Changing you into them?
I don't know how, but they're capturing people, changing some and eating the rest. By the spirits, you have to help me.
How do I help
There's no way
you?
to stop. I don't want to turn. Kill me.
I won't kill you, not like this.
We have to stop these beasts. No one should have to endure this.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Inferior Warriors Gem. Inferior Scholars Gem. Okay. Let's go this way first.
Kill the filthy thin blood, my pretties.
Maybe I should use Flawless in one of these goes. Give it a go. Though this is like my chosen celestial weapon or whatever. Okay, that's the way we came. Okay. I won't go that way yet. I'm going to map out as much as I can. back to the butcher's room. Yep. Go down in here. It's just a cave. Okay. And where to go now is that way, back where we was. Yep. Wait. Yes, this way. No, not in there.
I am restored.
Oops. Okay. Carefully.
Too late. Yes, well, it's obvious you two are fine on your own. I'll just wait here.
I have no idea
Oh,
what he
no,
was
you
saying.
don't. We'll all go together. Besides, I need you to keep the wine flowing. I'm always more dangerous when I'm drunk.
It's funny how this cave felt less crowded before Whirlwind arrived. Wait, where did that rascal come from? Those tunnels in the walls? Look, you three go ahead and deal with Mother. I'll make sure we don't get completely cut off.
Well, there's no turning
Bye,
back
babe.
now. Who knows how many more cannibals are down there? When you're ready, let's finish this mother off.
This should be fun. If there's enough of the little guys down there, this could be better than the time I stormed the Fortress of Seven Gates by myself.
Kill. Kill. Okay. Let's just... Okay, no, don't go down there yet. Check all the nooks and crannies. Work! Ugh. All the creepy ass sound. I really need to start paying attention about traps. Okay.
Thank you again for rescuing me from those things. I owe you my deepest gratitude. Is there some way I can be of assistance?
What do you think of
It would
this
seem
current
we have our work
situation?
cut out for us, but as my darling wife likes to say, when things are tough, quit your whining and get to work. I can almost hear her screaming at me now. If ever you find a cure for bad memories, please let me know.
Tell me about your life before
As
you
I
were
mentioned,
captured.
I am but a simple bun master, with a dear wife who has turned my life into a miserable cesspool devoid of humor and excitement. Bless her soul. My wife ensures that I work very hard every day to become the best bun master in the Imperial City, perhaps the best in all the Empire. Though I was one of the most respected fighters in the Empire before I met my precious bride, she made sure that I became something more, or less.
That's too bad,
Yes,
Hope.
well, like most things in life, we simply must work with what we've got. Life is not all bad, though. I may have lost all my dignity and self-respect, along with my ability to fight, or even make a tight fist. but I am a bun master of some renown.
Well, that's something to be proud of,
Oh
I
yes,
guess.
I'm very proud of that. Indeed, something very useful. Buns, that is. Everybody needs them. Oh yes, very proud.
Tell me more about yourself,
Perhaps
though.
in a little while. Memories of my wife are difficult to bear, especially when she is so very far away and I may never see her again. As you wish.
That's it for
I will
now.
be here waiting impatiently if you require anything.
Mm-hmm.
What? What do you want?
What do you think about our current
What
situation?
do you want from me? I'm here to kill things. You want answers? Ask someone else. What?
What did you do before you were with
Why
the
does it matter? I was born by my mother and sucked at her teat like every man. Well, like every man does with his mother. Anyway, by the time I was old enough to swing an axe, my father was dead and my mother disowned me. Of course, killing my father might have given her reason. I think she did it out of shame. My father beat me and my brother senseless, and made our lives miserable. Either way, that was the end of my childhood.
What did you do
I
then?
traveled a lot after that, begging for some things and taking the rest. Tough times, but not the worst. My axes and my wits kept me alive.
It must have been very
You think a
difficult.
7-year-old might be an easy target, but I soon learned just where to cut a man to make him squeal like a pig. Ah, those were the days.
Tell me something about your past.
No, we've got better things to do right now. Maybe I'll feel like talking after I've bloodied up my axes a few more times.
Sure. That's it for now. Nah, to you too. And we go to the mother. So perfect.
Get away from me, you beast!
I'll stop the little guys, the big one's yours.
It's just so disconcerting.
Those pillars don't look stable! That's it! You could feel the earth move when that pillar fell!
Jesus Christ, just let me free roam or something. There we go. Yeah, obviously I can't get back into that area.
If you knock those pillars down, this place will collapse like a bad cake!
Can't get in there anyway.
That's it! You could feel the earth move when that pillar... There's no end to them, just like my wife's cottage.
Keep your head down, bum man. I'm killing things here.
You'll kill us if we don't get out of here soon. Look, there! That's our only chance!
We humans never cease to amaze me. It pleases me to no end that you escaped those caves safely. I would have given my life to see that abomination dead.
I'd have traded your life for the death of that thing as well. It's a fair trade.
My ancient enemy is dead. In their burrowing, her followers riddled the hill with enough passageways that the whole system fell. I had not thought to drop a mountain on my ancient foe, but your kind is always so resourceful. Will the forest recover? With the mother gone, the forest will recover. I have already spoken to Lord Yun, and he is aware of what you have done. I hope for us all that you can learn the fate of the water dragon. Until she returns to her home, things will only get worse. We will not meet again, mortal. This forest will need my attention in the months to come, and so I will close the portal in the temple. Farewell, young spirit monk.
Well, I suppose that's it.
Well, that was exciting. The cavern started collapsing and I couldn't get back to you. On the upside, those rocks are remarkably good at dealing with cannibals. I think they're pretty much eliminated. The inn's certainly quiet.
You should probably go down to his camp and check with Lord Yun. He'll likely want to reward you. The Bunman and I'll make our way back to Tien's Landing. If you need my axes or whatever he does, just call.
Cool. Brilliant Gem of Balance. Body +4, mind +4, spirit +4. No matter what a person's path in life, fate, destiny, and human desire decides how far one goes. Whether on a path of peace or of power, the will must exist in balance with the needs of the body, the mind, and the spirit. All are one. Then true mastery can be achieved. This gem allows its wielder to balance the forces within, strengthening the whole.
Ah, excellent. I have many items just waiting for you.
That's right. Martial style. This style can complete a harmonic combination. The vigor and speed of the animal for which this martial style was named, Leaping Tiger, dazzles onlookers even as it carves up opponents. Practitioners of this martial style focus on completely on the strength and quickness of the tiger, that razor-sharp claws seem to sprout from their fists. The style's quick leaping techniques and punishing strikes create a flurry of death that can keep even armed opponents at bay. I think that's one that I said before with the claws that those guys were doing that we can get. Let's see. Get rid of that. Cool. And down we go. Leaping Tiger. What else did you have up in here? just this. That's it for now. Okay. Let's give these just a little boost. I haven't been using them recently, but let's give them a go. Let's power up Flawless and get it. Let's see how it goes. Might end up changing back to Fortune's favourite anyway. Almost have everyone. Or at least the main ones that I could vaguely remember. Silk Fox. Completely forget who these lot are. Cool. Let's go and talk to Lord Yun.
You have gone quite far enough. I am Inquisitor Lim, an elite of the Lotus Assassins. I am tired of seeing our carefully laid plans fall to your thuggish fists. The operations in the ruins and Gao's factory were my responsibility. Their destruction is my shame.
You had to be stopped. The Lotus Assassins are clearly evil. Are you here to try and stop me? If so, spare me the lecture. I'll cause more havoc than that before I'm finished.
Evil? What does youth know of evil? Do you remember the long drought? The thousands who died each day? No, you do not. Because we keep the peace. We uphold the Emperor's will. And if his will holds that a few must suffer so that the many can enjoy peace, then it is correct. I am expected to deliver this worthless fragment of a spirit monk amulet to our fortress, but that won't counter my disgrace for what you did here. Perhaps if I offer your head, and track down that accursed Zhu who has been seen in the area, enough old scores will be settled to earn my life.
What do you know of
Is that what he calls
Zhu?
himself now? Hardly an honest representation of the blood he's spilled. It doesn't matter. No matter your allies, I cannot let you survive. Enough talk! I will delay your death no longer. May your fall sate the anger of Death's Hand, will of the Emperor.
Longsword! Staff!
Jesus. Walked right into that one. Okay, this is kind of how to go. I'm not liking how that one's working, so I have to get myself. Damn it, didn't even hit him. What is... No, I can't even get up there. Oh god! Oh god! Seizure inducing! Okay, you're the bitch. oh. We've got him. Yes, finally. Add 2 more pieces. So. That one. And put that one on there for now. What will that do if I... Whoop. Okay.
I am restored.
Wait, there's over here. Can at least get my chi up.
I wondered how long it would be before you made your way down here. I'm sure I don't need to tell you, but the air has changed considerably. The Forest Shadow herself appeared here in this camp while the earth shook. She explained what was happening on my lands. She explained what happened in the inn. Nasty business, that. Glad you had the skills to deal with that. Mother, was it?
Those beasts had to be eliminated. I'm glad.
That they did. Imagine such horrors trapped under my own land. Here is the wind map you wanted. The copy is near perfect, and I assure you that the assassins will never know you have it.
What will
we
you
will
do
stay
now?
on here for a while. These trees will need tending. Besides, I think I have some old family business to catch up on. Old alliances to reforge, as it were.
Do you think this forest will be possible anytime
Allow me to
soon?
answer that, Lord. Well, it seems that you solved the problem with the forest. That doesn't mean the ghosts will simply up and leave. If we're lucky, then you stop things from getting worse, and time will provide the cure.
What will
We
you
will
do
stay
now?
on here for a while. These trees will need tending. Besides,
Sorry, thought I was asking that to Spearcatcher's Leaf. How did you know I cured
as
the
I
forest?
said, the Forest Shadow herself informed me of your brave actions. It was a lucky moment when you walked into this place. Fortunate for us both, in fact.
Do you think this forest will be... No. I think it's time
Indeed, it is. You have my deepest gratitude. I had virtually given up hope, and you appeared like a gift from the heavens. Farewell. That map will carry you safely if you can find a flyer with the range. I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you. Ooh. A little talky-do with my
Something's
babe.
on your mind?
Any thoughts
When
of
you
what
say
we're
the
doing?
word, we're ready to leave. I'm looking forward to seeing the Imperial City again. I appreciated the hectic pace when I was there. When we reach the Imperial City, we'll have a whole host of new problems. You have to love a challenge. This forest was once one of the most beautiful in the Empire. In the past few months, it has grown sickly and the roads through it are closed. No one is sure if ghosts are to blame for the disease, but they swarm among the dark trees, making travel through the forest next to impossible.
That's all I need.
Always
from you.
happy to help. It appears you've gathered everything you need to get the marvelous Dragonfly airborne again. I guess this mission has been a success. Let's get back to the camp at Tien's Landing. With the Dragonfly, we can continue on to the Imperial City and resume the search for your master.
Thanks, Captain Exposition.
Hello, hello! Don't think I'm ungrateful for your earlier efforts. I do, however, have much to do. Was any man ever so eternally busy as Minister Sheng? Very well, run along. Now that the...
Don't think there's much that I can get off anyone here. Time to leave. Hang on. It's still all the same back here. Yep, not even gonna bother. Let's go and have a big conversation with everyone. This is probably what's gonna happen.
In the past, I've shared the company of others that moved outside traditional paths. But this band of folks is by far the most exotic.
You looked at me as you said that. What are you trying to say, Sky?
Actually, you took it the wrong way around. You seem a bit more conventional than, say, Wildflower or Zoo.
The Guardian says that everyone hides a part of themselves, that they don't always look like what they really are.
So we can assume Sky is hiding the part that doesn't ram its foot into its mouth.
I certainly hope that part's in there somewhere.
Look, I didn't mean to say... Anyway, I meant no offense to anyone, and I'll just leave it at that.
No. Okay, let's talk to Dawnstar.
The forest was a disturbing place. Such destruction. It was horrible, even if it was mostly unseen. Now we have everything we need to follow Master Li's captors to the Imperial City. I am eager to do so after all the resistance we have encountered.
I'm interested in how you are, Dawnstar. Is there anything
Our
bothering
time
you?
in the forest was very troubling to me. To see such distance between the concerns of men and spirits is something I am still getting used to. I have been sensitive to these things for as long as I can remember, but it was not always such a disturbing talent. There used to be harmony.
When did you notice
it was very gradual. The world just seems to be filling up with spirits that have no place to go. That this affected even the forest shadow is very disturbing. It makes me wonder how deep the trouble goes, and what mortals like us are supposed to do about it. What do you think? Master Li thought you were tied to this somehow. Can you comfort me?
I don't know, but I am glad that you wanted me to.
Your appreciation is just what I was looking for, and I am grateful. I know we will do what we can, even if the world moves in ways we cannot fathom. I am glad we can talk like this. It soothes my mind. I hope we can continue another time. I will
let's see.
We should get in this marvelous dragonfly and go after Master Li's captors. Talk to Kang, and he will get us on our way.
Cute.
I do not like the...
Okay, same as always.
Be well.
Goodbye for now.
Prosperous tidings. What can humble Ho do to assist you today?
What do you think about our
It
current
would seem
situation?
that we at last have the means necessary to get us back to the Imperial City, and for that I should be very glad. However, I must now face the greatest trial of all. My sweet wife will no doubt be waiting for me. Soon my time with the cannibals will be nothing but a fond memory.
Why did you marry a wife? Your wife, if she's
Like
so
many
difficult.
things in my life, it can be traced back to very bad luck on my part. As I mentioned once before, I was a master of the Drunken Master style. I was the tournament champion in Phoenix Gate when things spun out of control. My need for wine took its toll on my body. There are long periods I don't even remember. After one such period, I came to, having lost most of my clothes and all my money. I was destitute, and without the ability to buy more wine, I couldn't even fight.
Wine is a dangerous
Eventually,
companion.
I found work cleaning out creature cages at the local arena. One day, I was approached by a man who remembered seeing me fight. He offered to sponsor me. Just like that, I was back in the ring. After climbing my way back to the top of the tournament, my sponsor told me it was time to fulfill my end of the bargain.
I guess you really owe him after
Apparently, the agreement stipulated that I must marry his niece. If only I had read the agreement more closely, I could still be shoveling dirt in the creature cages. Alas, fate had a crueler path in mind for me. Let that be a lesson for you. Always read the fine print, or you may end up with more than you bargained for. It would seem that we at last have the means necessary to get us back to the Imperial City.
Right, yep, no, I already told. Tell me again how Drunken Master works. Tell me more
Perhaps
about
in a little
yourself.
while. Memories of my wife are...
Okay, that's it for now.
The way is clear to the Imperial City. You need only to speak to our mad friend Kang, and he will prepare the flyer.
I want to talk about the Inquisitor. What Inquisitor Lim said about you.
An old wound. My departure from the Lotus Assassins was not gentle for either side. My immediate companions, those who were my brothers, fell by my hand.
Lim was not among them. He would have died if he was. I was labeled as the one who deserted, and I am occasionally recognized. The result is always the same. Another death, more blood spilled. Such a waste for a hatred they cannot even understand.
It must be difficult to regret the deaths of so many.
Regret? I have no regret for killing anyone who challenged me of their own will. Death is a measurable cost of your actions. Some earn it sooner than others. Strength is the way of things, and death is the end, or should be. Some do not respect either. They have enough of one to defy the other.
Why did you leave the Assassins? Why did you hate them so much?
There is a place for the Enforcer. The man or woman who brings death to those who have earned or otherwise deserve it. I consider that to be an honest calling.
I did some harsh things while with the Lotus Assassins, but they no longer follow a path I recognize. They are a mirror of Death's hand, and he embodies corruption. You will see as you get close to him. He draws out the worst in everyone and displays it for all to see.
I see nothing in what they do that would scare off a killer like you.
Ignorance does not make truth go away. It only hides it. Perhaps we will talk again when I see more of where your path will lead you. For now, we should make our way to the Imperial City. That is where they took your master, and where we will find the heart of the Lotus Assassins.
I've said enough for the time being. The events that surround you cause...
Okay.
Goodbye then.
Goodbye for now.
What do you want?
Wildflower. What do you think of our current situation?
I think we should keep going. The Guardian says so too. The city is the center of the Empire. All roads lead there. All winds too. We can fly! I've always wanted to fly. Is there anything else you wanted?
What do you think of the current situation?
Going. The Guardian is...
Okay, so there's nothing else I can ask her yet. Okay. Okay, get around the fire.
What do you want?
No. Nothing right now, thank you.
What?
Black
What do
Woman.
you want?
What do you think of our current
What are you
situation?
asking me for? You've got everything you need to make that flying machine go. So, let's go already. I'm looking forward to getting to the Imperial City. They've got the cheapest wine in all the Empire. And plenty of it.
Tell me something of your
I remember
past.
one time I was hired by two warring clans. They were going to discuss a peace treaty, and they wanted me to make sure things didn't get out of hand. A bunch of fights broke out in the first few days, But after I'd killed a few dozen of their clansmen, they settled down. That's when things got boring. The leaders took the next 3 days to talk, and if they hadn't let me dip into their wine stocks, I might have snapped sooner than I did.
I certainly hope you didn't interfere with
Not
them.
really. I just helped things progress a little faster, that's all. The clan leaders were agreed on peace except for one thing. Jinlo, a beautiful clanswoman. Both leaders wanted her and neither would give her up. After 5 days, it looked like the peace would fall apart. It looked like the two leaders were about to come to blows over Jinlo, so I stepped in. It was my job to stop them from fighting, so I cleaved the wench in two and told them each to take a half. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
You're a brute, Whirlwind. How could you do it?
It was easy. She was small, and my blades are extremely sharp. But it didn't really help, though. They weren't too happy with my decision. Everyone turned on me. Of course, they all died, but they gave it a good effort. I don't know what they were so upset about. Better a quick death by the sword than the prolonged agony of your heart being ripped from your chest and thrown to the dog.
Okay, that's all for now. Let's see. And do I have anything to talk to Sky? Yes. Come over here. Okay, come. Sky. Okay, good. Now we can talk. No. Sky.
Something's on your mind?
Any thoughts on what we're doing?
When you say the word, we're ready to leave. I'm looking forward to seeing the Imperial City again. I appreciated the hectic pace when I was there. When we reach the Imperial City, we'll have a whole host of new problems.
Okay, I think
you have to love a
the same as what he
challenge.
said before.
Always happy to help.
Everyone. Hang on, how many followers do I have? 7. Oh no. 6 in the main group, and then the 2 specials. Okay. Kang. Okay, Kang.
That's it. You have everything you need. Just let me know when you want to go, and we'll set the marvelous dragonfly to flight.
We have what we need. Let's go to the Imperial City. What do you think about our current
I think we're
situation?
waiting around for nothing. We have the inscrutable power source, the wind map, and the flyer. The Imperial City won't fly its way to us.
Cool. Yeah. That's it for now. Whoop. No, let's go. We have what we need. Let's go to the Imperial City.
My beautiful dragonfly will finally get a real test. Let's hope those modifications hold up.
Attack. Whoop. Go home. Oh god.
Have you seen anyone matching the description? The Lotus Assassins are getting impatient.
They were very vague and wouldn't answer my questions. Are they even sure of who they are looking for?
Does it matter? Death's Hand himself seeks this one. Do you need any more incentive than that? Just question everyone. This person apparently caused a lot of damage in the south. Here, what about this one? At least it's a woman, like they said. You, identify yourself.
By order of the Emperor and the Lotus Assassins, state your name and purpose for being in the Imperial City.
Of course. I am Eden Evergreen, and a simple...
We are questioning
traveler.
everyone who has arrived in the city recently. You bear a resemblance to someone we are looking for.
I don't know. The long hair, the purple clothing, very similar. It's not enough to be sure.
We could hold her anyway. It's not a good match, but the Lotus Assassins would leave us be for a few days while they question her.
Is there a problem here, Captain? Well, is there?
No, Princess Leanne. We were questioning this traveler by order of the Lotus Assassins.
There is no need to pursue this questioning any further. You may go.
My apologies, Princess, but I was ordered to detain anyone even vaguely matching.
Captain, this woman is here on a personal matter of mine that does not concern you. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Princess Leanne.
Then unless you wish to be transferred to the Wall, you will leave and continue your search. Well, we meet again. I've watched your progress. It seems I underestimated you in Tien's Landing. I have no doubt that you will make as much of an impact on the Imperial City.
Forgive me, but I am not sure how to address you.
I understand. Our last meeting was under interesting circumstances. You may address me as Princess Leanne, the Heavenly Lily. It is, as you can see, customary to bow in my presence.
A common greeting, but I require
Your
an
explanation lies in the simple bow you have given. Everyone around me kowtows low, obeying my whims. Honest opinion is rare. That is why I often travel without official escort, and occasionally present myself as someone less bridled by the rules of the court. You understand why I don't go into detail here in the street, don't you? With what I have to tell you, I don't want to lose that option of disguise.
Of course. Princess Leanne. Should we talk elsewhere?
That would be best. I trust the servants I keep, but this is best discussed away from the open street. I will not speak the location aloud. Take this note. We will meet nearby, but I must have a moment to acquire more fitting attire.
Of course, Princess. At your convenience.
Very well. We will continue speaking later. I'm sure we both have questions that need answering. Don't be too long. My message concerns your master, and time is very important.
It would not have been proper for her to award it to you herself, but Princess Sun Lian requests that you accept this gift. She looks forward to your next meeting.
Note from Princess Leanne. Imperial favor. Chapter 3, wherein the Imperial City is revealed. Silk Fox reveals her station, and the Lotus Assassins are infiltrated. The marvelous dragonfly bears you away from Tien's Landing, towards the Imperial City. The fall of Gao the Greater and Assassin Lim will have far-reaching consequences, and your enemy will not let your actions go unanswered. Terrible forces gather ahead, and as you draw close, they will leave their mark as surely as you have left yours. Okay, let's read up on these things first. Imperial favor. Spirit +3, Charm +1, Intuition +1. Increased chance for getting power-ups from fallen enemies. The Emperors of the Sun Dynasty have long been famed for their magical aptitude, but they also enjoy the adulation of the people of the Jade Empire. Adulation, Jesus. Imperial favor was cut by a master gemsmith who worked for weeks to create a gift that would suitably honor Princess Leon's coming of age. A carefully folded piece of paper given to you by Princess Leon. The note reads, "Meet me in the pavilion at the entrance to the Scholar's Garden." Cute. We'll have the final conversations with all the peeps, and then I'll leave it off.
I trust your plans go well. Despite the dangers you face and inflict, is there something I can do for you?
What do you think of our current situation?
I think it's unwise to trust the Emperor's daughter. She acts without regard for her station, but she is a slave to it like we all are. What other truths might she have missed? She may have good information for you, but I suspect she has her own agenda. Be careful.
I will answer if it suits me.
What are your feelings on the Imperial City? How powerful are the Lotus Assassins?
They are as powerful as fear allows them to be. Not the specific information you are looking for, I'm sure, but you did ask about my feelings. If their tactics have not changed, everyone fears them as children fear the shadows, never knowing what might come.
They sound more like outlaws than an arm of the Emperor. You claim knowledge that but share nothing. I have no further interest in
They are not outlaws. Their orders come from Death's Hand, and he is the will of the Emperor. At least, that is how it was meant to be. Pardon my outburst. Every act of the assassins has the approval of the Emperor. We were supposed to reflect his glory. That is why some actions should never have been ordered.
Are you referring to the incident that prompted your
The
exit?
Lotus Assassins were once the Order of the Lotus under Prince Qin, spiritual advisor to the Emperor. During and after the attack on Dirge, changes were made. As flames seared the sky, enemies of the Emperor faced a new threat, Death's Hand. He assumed command of our order, and we began silencing people. Some were killed only to serve as warnings. Others had done nothing except be near his enemies.
You were ordered to kill innocents? Why even consider it? The strong must rule, but simple murder is a waste. Innocents die, that is what they do, so what?
I am no stranger to death. That alone is not enough to disturb me, but I see only weakness in targeting innocents, peripheral to the real enemy. Weakness suggests losing the right to rule. Can you see how that shook my faith in the Empire? You seem to see why I had concerns. Perhaps you might understand. I have not said everything, and I have not yet decided if I will. But I see something in you that may set things right. We will see. For now, what else do you need? I think it's unwise. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye. Well.
There is something here. Some evil thing has happened here. It beats on my mind, and the Guardian, he can't hold it back.
No, I won't let you do this. Not now.
You can't stop me from being here. I may not be able to leave, but I can talk and see. I see you, mortal. I've been watching you.
Who are you?
I am Yazen, the other of whom Chaika and this girl speak. They have suppressed me ever since we inhabited this body, but this place is different. The evil around me has given me strength, for now at least, and has opened potential doors. I don't claim to goodness, mortal. I hate your kind. But we can work together. If you help me, I shall help you. And I'll be much more valuable than the Guardian.
What about the girl?
Who cares about her? She's just another insect. This is about what I can offer you when the time comes. What? No! Chaika! You won't make me go! No!
You stay below, Yasmin. You won't harm this girl or this world, and you, spirit monk, avoid him. For the sake of this girl, don't let him out.
I'm sorry. They were fighting again. I'll be alright. Soon. Just give me time and I'll be alright.
Sorry, Dawnstar. Sorry, Wildflower.
What? What do you want? Too much talking and thinking can be dangerous. I should know. I remember one cold winter I took a job clearing rats from a local monastery. I was supposed to make sure the pests stayed out of the sacred pools, but hunting rats one at a time is boring work. So I had an idea, a way to catch them all at once. I convinced the monks to give me some of their sacred wine, and I filled the sacred pools. I figured if I could get the rats drunk, they'd be so much easier to catch.
I can't believe you got rats.
Nothing happened at first, so I helped myself to the wine. I passed out before the rats came. In the middle of the night, I was woken up by screaming monks and fiery explosions. It was just the rats. The poor furry buggers were just trying to get warm near the monks' fires after their swim in the wine. Not a good combination.
The rats exploded?
The monks wanted me gone. I might have deserved the blame, but the abbot insisted it was a sign from the gods and closed the monastery. See what happens when you think too much?
That is by far the most stupid thing I've ever heard. Anything else you can talk to
Well,
about?
the city
What's the
has everything
situation?
you could ever want. Fighting, money, wine, and with something else that people like, but I can't quite remember what it is. Oh, well, I'm sure it'll come to me once I've had a few bowls of wine. Let's get something to wet our tongues. Women! That's the one I forgot. I must be getting sober if I'm forgetting that one. Whatever.
That's it for now.
I can't believe my luck. I arrive home after being lost, only to find that my wife has gone off to visit relatives.
I'm sorry to hear that. I thought you'd be happy. Sorry to hear that.
No, you misunderstand me. My wife, she's not here. I thought I was as good as dead. Now my execution is delayed. Until her eventual return, of course.
Why did you become a bum master if you
You're
were
beginning to sound like
father?
my wife. Where were you last night? Why were you talking to that woman? Why do you smell like a goat? Always with the questions. As I mentioned earlier, after becoming tournament champion for the second time, I was forced to marry my sponsor's nubile niece. She is the reason I no longer fight. My disapproving dove did not care for my drinking, or for my friends, or my fighting, or my friends fighting. She believed I should settle down, be more respectable.
Well, that's not much of a bad thing.
At first I ignored her
Not such
rebukes
a
and
bad thing.
continued fighting, but I soon learned that she was not a woman to be crossed. Prior to one fight, my duplicitous Daisy drugged my wine. I don't remember much of what happened next, which is fortunate. From what I hear, it wasn't very pretty. I spent the next several months under the tender ministrations of my doting wife. Needless to say, when I was well enough to walk again, I was more than happy to settle down. As to why I became a bun master, well, it's a hard, thankless job that keeps me very, very busy. Very busy.
What are your thoughts
We
on
made
that
it this far.
situation?
How hard can it be from here? From what I've seen, you're more than capable of handling anything we're likely to encounter. As you say,
Thanks.
I will be here scrubbing your pots until you call upon me again.
What pots do?
The Imperial
Don't stop.
City. I'd always heard how impressive it was. The stories didn't do it justice. I feel like I'm a long way from home, and I don't even know where home is anymore.
Gather everyone and have King ready the flyer. Is there anything you
I
want to
haven't
talk
had enough
about?
time to think about anything except Master Li and Two Rivers and the Imperial City. It's all so much to take in.
We have so little time to talk. I just wanted to know you were
I've
well.
probably told you this story, but when I was young, I dreamt of a magic carp that would take me to a place where no one was troubled by visions or spirits. Now I can't help but picture that poor fish flopping in the streets of the Imperial City, oblivious passers-by casually stepping around it.
So you feel like a fish out of water. I don't know where I belong either.
It feels odd to have lived with an image of the Empire for so long and to lose it so quickly. I miss Two Rivers. I miss Xingwu, Old Ming, Gu Jin. I remember lessons in the school, and you making some joke that had Smiling Mountain snickering under his breath, even as he scolded us for not paying attention. What do you remember about those days?
Lost friends. Thank you for keeping their memory with us. Hard lessons. Skills that will allow me to avenge the loss of that life. Restrictions. Always been being held back. I'm free of that now.
I keep all our fallen friends in mind. With all the spirits I see, it would be hard not to. I see the walls between this world and the next as very thin. Come, we should get going. There's a great deal left to do, and I don't want to leave it for too long.
And the best for last.
Always happy to help. What do you need?
What's on your mind
I haven't
now?
been to the Imperial City in a while. I traveled here some time ago in my hunt for Gao. In fact, this is where the hunt began. I've come full circle, and I think it's time to let go of the past and look forward. We have exciting things ahead of us.
There's no shame in
There's
dwelling
no
on the
point
past.
in living in the past either. In my heart, I know my daughter rests as easily as any spirit now. Whatever happens, I have that. And if we succeed, I know she finds peace. If I could go back, I don't know if I would. I'm a different man now, and while I treasure the past, I look forward to the future with the same warmth.
You realize you may not have a future if you follow me. Is there anything, is there something specific you're looking forward to? You foresee a rich future of traveling the land and wooing fainting noble women, don't you? If you're done unburdening yourself, we have more important things to do. Oh. I like playing with him. What should I do? Let's go with this.
Never. You left out the part about accumulating vast sums of ill-gotten silver. You know, I look forward most to the day when I figure out how to deal with you. A woman as strong as she is beautiful is rare, but I've encountered that combination before. Normally, I try to flatter you into my bed, but you're better than that. You're a companion and a damn skilled warrior, so I find I never quite know how to deal with you.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind a bit of flattery here and there. That's nice of you to say. If you can't handle me, maybe you should stick to waitresses and noble women. Sounds like you're trying a new tactic to deal with me.
See, now you're flirting with me, and I'm left here
Always.
stammering. I don't deny your beauty. I just don't want to treat you like I would other women. I respect you, and, well, let's just leave it at that for now.
Yeah, I can't wait till I can flirt with him more. So fun. Anyway. Save. I hope you guys have been enjoying it thus far. I think we're at like the halfway mark, or just under the halfway mark. Goodness knows from my recollection, I just know there's a shit ton that still has to come. So yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying this, and as usual, you can find my future streams here and my past ones over in collections, and I also upload them on YouTube where possible. And it'd be awesome if you guys could follow me on my socials over on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit. I haven't stated this in a while, but Reddit is where I set up a thing because I'm interested in doing narrations, whether they are creepypastas or true events. So if you're interested in me trying my hand at narration, you can just shoot it to me over on the Reddit or email me at lethalport1515@gmail.com. Instagram's Instagram, and Twitter and Facebook is where I usually announce when I'm going to be streaming. And I'm not sure whether I'll be streaming later tonight, but who knows? We'll see where the day takes us. But hopefully you guys are enjoying this, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!